Gentlemen, we're back. Welcome to those who are here live and those who are on the radio and those on the internet around the world. We're here with a cracker of a performance going on with two teams. The team in red and black is the Somerset Trojans, and they're here at the home field of the North Village Rams here at Bernard Park Stadium. And the referee has signaled for the start of this match or second half to begin. And Adolphus is almost, but he was able to, oh my, and the low center of gravity of two small players, Adolphus Lambert and Dimitri Daniels. And Adolphus was upended. As a result, he took on three players, and Dimitri Daniels was the last player that he encountered. Lambert's on this ball again now, drives the ball wonderfully in and not far enough. And knocked. And upstairs. Number 16, he was able to try to get forward, and Davis makes sure. Davis comes again. Davis is going to go back to Bean. Wonderful cover there. And flicked inside out and to the other Bean, Kishan Bean. And this Dimitri Daniels going, and interesting.
Yeah, that's,
didn't quite do what he needed to do there. And now goes over there too. And beautifully knocked inside. And watch! My. That was lucky. Lucky, I'm telling you, Troy Hall Jr. was lucky there. At number 16 of Village picked this one's up. That's my Kyle, Joel, and Joel plays back to and there's the ball's out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that was Jazz.
And Jason Davis attempting to clear it down the side. Skied the ball. He's now actually had his first 30-yard drive and realizes what the wind is doing here. So he's going to have to try to actually keep the ball lower. Bean knocks it out. And back inside goes Adolphus Lambert, and that's a handball on Corday. Unfortunately, it bopped up on him, and he was adjudged. Ball goes over there, and
push up fast enough. Give some time.
Pierre Smith's going to have to do something, and he does play the ball all the way back. And wonderful play there. And well done by Jason Davis. He's going to find the passing lane. He does go over the defensive. And number 16, Joel, is doing it, and he's gotten the benefit of the bounce.
Corey Smith.
And ball's driven out. Davis has got back, pushed the ball, and that's a foul on number 11. Jazz Rattery Smith. Push Bean to the ground, and as a result, out comes Takiai Walker. And Jazz didn't want to move off the ball. He's been told by the referee to do so. Plays it in. And that's a wonderful defensive scenario. Bean has to go out wide, and let's see if, yes, he does. He does save it. Service comes in, and this is interesting. When it was offside anyway. Pierre Smith.
You mark like that, you're gonna give away goals, man. Something's gotta give.
And as a result, the ball is being placed for a goal kick. On a wonderful kick by Shaquille Bean, wind assisted, and Burgess is having none of this bouncing ball swirling around. And up goes Keishan Bean. Adolphus Lambert is looking. And there's a push in the back. Nicely tucked in by Joel. Joel gives it back to Bean. Pierre Smith's on this. He's found Takiai Walker. And as a result, that's a foul on Walker.
He's giving stupid little fouls away.
And the niggly little fouls. You're going to have to do better. Fouls on number 9, Alton Trott. goes over there, and it's just wonderful. It's gonna be serviced. Keishan Bean is gonna knock it down.
Ball out.
Joel drives with left-hand drive, left-footed drive. I'm sorry, and he struck a defender. And Burgess and him are going to. Oh, and the referee has to come forward, and I think it's Alton Trott, who's been disadvantaged with that drive, and as a result, he was winded. The ball's now being thrown in by Davis, and it's going to be touched. Wonderful defensive work. Jazz Rattery Smith. The ball is going forward on, and Village have got this ball in their possession.
Somebody's talked, somebody said something.
It's taking some abuse.
Turn it back on.
Oh Lord.
We've got some abuse going on. Wendy Williams has called the referee over, and Rayner.
Oh, what's the referee? Something's gonna speak something. What's up? Your hand. Yeah, can't touch your mic.
The referee, Lyndon Rayner, is going over to the bench.
Yeah.
And he's
Going
to speak to the coach of Somerset. Wendy Williams, he signaled that in her area down the far side where we have spectators, she may have taken on some verbal abuse, and as a result, referee Rayner has sought counsel with the with the Somerset bench. And the coach has basically gone over to speak with a few of the officials. I can think it's the president of the club, and as a result, he's going to take a slow walk over here to talk with Village fans that are down this side of the park, and there's still a halt in action as a result.
Yeah.
Ball's thrown back to Burgess. The game is about to restart. Burgess drives the ball in. Keishan Bean attempted to dummy, and as a result, ball's wonderfully put in.
Did he get it?
He's going to have to try to save it, and he doesn't save it. He knocks it into touch. He was trying to actually knock it down there where Village would have to throw deep, and didn't quite execute that. The wind carried it into touch as well after he touched it. And Troy Hall Jr. is going to have the benefit of a goal kick. The wind is staying at a high rate, ladies and gentlemen. It actually seems like it has picked up a little, but it's gusting. And Joel comes over, wasn't able to keep the ball in, and as a result, Adolphus Lambert receives a pass back from Alt, and the balls look like it's gone out. Definitely looks like it's gone out from here.
Play quick. I gotta play quick.
And Jason Davis should step up to get this, and Joel drops the ball and moves forward. Mackay Joel. Long throw, and Takiai Walker gets the benefit of the knock. Wonderfully headed. Knocks it back, and Burgess is just going to spank this ball forward. It's headed defensively to the chest of Bean, and as a result, that's a high kicking. It's a high kicking scenario on Bean. And Bean restarts the match. Goes inside to DeShields. DeShields goes inside
That's true.
to Pierre Smith.
Somerset don't pick it up second half.
Ball's going to be in the air, and
Yeah.
Daniels gets the benefit of it. Oh, nice move by Donovan. And Donovan's on the blow.
It's Donovan!
And his drive goes wide as a result. Credit his athleticism.
It's great.
Because that's what I'm saying. These guys don't realize how to use the pace. You don't need all them calls and moves and steppers. Drop your shoulder, push your ball by him. He can't catch you. Nobody in this field can catch him.
Yeah.
These guys don't use it common sense.
And it's knocked in. And as a result, ball is defended by an up. Oh, that's a clash of heads, ladies and gentlemen. But Pierre Smith's going to be okay. And Somerset is looking to raid as much as possible. But Ralph Bean settles the action down and goes back to DeShields. DeShields is looking for a passing lane. Bean asks for the ball back. Being pursued by Corday. Corday, Bean is found. Oh, and this is an interesting run through. And oh, a bounce and a defensive move. And White's going to get an opportunity to clear this. And as a result, oh, that looked like a handball. But no, the whistle didn't go. And another sweep in, interesting. And Mackay, oh my, as a result. And here's, and White is gone.
Too much.
Bang the ball. And as a result, Village is on the attack again. Gus credit.
This game is sick, man.
And wonderful passing lane position by White, who receives the ball and puts Somerset on the attack. And we've got Justin Donovan looking, and he's going to, White moves up on the right-hand side. White tries to go around his player, and DeShields pushes the ball down where Takiai Walker is going to receive it. They've got to be careful here because they've got an wonderful educated left foot of Mackay, who's young. Oh, and Village has moved, and a drive attempted from the far side to provide some service has been knocked into touch by Somerset's defense.
You expect more goals. They gotta have something.
It's a throw-in, definitely. Takiai Walker didn't quite realize that. He'll start this with a throw-in almost next to the corner flag. He's signaling for a long throw. At least in the box. Got people to dress back. Oh, and it worked out. Village is going back to DeRay Tankard, who's 20 yards out. Up skies Bean. And he got a glancing header. And as a result, the ball carries out into touch. No threat on goal as a result of that one. Shaquille Bean gathers the ball and will start this game with a goal kick. Here he comes. Wind assisted. Wonderful driven. Up goes Ralph Bean. Meets the ball. The ball is out. And as a result, Somerset will get the throw. Ball's thrown down to Corday. Corday looks to dummy the ball. Ball goes and nicely flipped. Oh! And unfortunately, this may be a yellow. Potentially, yes, I see him reaching up to the pocket. The ball was gone through and the lunge came. And as a result, Jason Davis will receive a yellow. So he's going to have to be careful there. There's three things happened there, ladies and gentlemen. The wind was blowing the ball. And between White and Jazz Rattery Smith, they were flicking the ball along. Unfortunately for the Village defender, the wind assisted with the momentum and Jason Davis was caught lunging. And he caught Corday. During the final third, attacking the final third, we're right at the 18, really just out by the touch line of the And Corday sweeps the ball into near post. And wonderfully met by Troy Hole Jr. And he's going to look to drive this ball. And he's chosen, as a result, to go to Ralph Bean short. As a result. And ball's knocked on favorably. Mackay is in the run. He's being bothered. Cuts back. Too slow. Too slow. But Takiai Walker's... And he chose to not put a foot in. That was wise of him, because Shaquille Bean was in a full dive there forward to get the ball. And a wonderful drive. And we haven't seen him for a while. Stubble's on this. He's assisted by Jazz Rattery, and the
Serious jab?
Jazz Rattery shot the ball towards the near post and was cleanly collected and nicely tucked in.
Scoring the goal. But still having terrible game.
Nicely touched back. Burgess has got this. Davis goes down the side, and they're going to go to the other side. And
they're letting them play out their back.
swept into the covers. Ball's now pushed all the way back, and the keeper, Troy Hole Jr., feels this one. And Bean is wonderfully taken and held by Davis, and Davis goes back to Bean. Bean's looking for another passing lane, sweeps it in there where Dimitri Daniels moves in. He's found Keyshawn Bean, who goes, and Takiai Walker's going to try to make sure the ball stays forward. Davis makes sure.
He wasn't even paying attention.
Ball should go wide. Takiai should either go wide or back. And now it's going out to DeShields. Bean found DeShields, and DeShields is looking for a passing lane. He goes over the top. Daniels.
Ahead from Dolphus.
Oh, Corday's being bothered. And up comes. And Adolphus is going to have to do it for Somerset. Adolphus attempts to knock it forward. But Dimitri Daniels is underneath this, and he's going to have to sky. And Jazz Rattery Smith, and he's going to go for a run with Davis. And this ball should carry. And Davis is going to make sure. And as a result, it's a throw in.
Lock him in there, boys. Lock him in there, boys.
Corday moves up brilliantly. Ball goes back to 8, and the ball's flighted in one-on-one. Stubble looks to go. Oh, and a slice of the ball, and out comes Troy Hole Jr. collects the ball and waves his players forward. Drives the ball wonderfully. Takiai Walker gets underneath this, settles the ball down for Pierre Smith. Pierre goes back to DeShields. DeShields is looking down, sweeps the ball over to the far side. Bean awaited the header of Jazz Rattery Smith. He's getting the ball, and inside outside play goes back to Bean. That's Mackay Joe, put that in front of him. He's drawn Adolphus. Adolphus got the better of it, and defensively, and unfortunately the ball goes into touch, but credit Adolphus Lambert, who was able to get the benefit of this. And there's going to be a substitution, ladies and gentlemen, where Mackay Joel is going out of the game, number 16. Coming in for him, I'm not quite sure. We'll get that number shortly.
Who's going to open? Corey Smith. Corey Smith. Corey Smith?
No, Corey Smith.
Yeah, you got your own team.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mackay Joel. I'm sorry. It's right on the same line, too. I'm sorry, yeah. Corey Smith went off. I'm sorry. The ball's thrown in.
And you got number 12 came on.
Number 12, Jade Samuels came on.
Okay.
Number 12. Jazarde Daniel Samuels.
Jazarde Samuels.
Yes.
Oh, this Samuels is a baller.
And the ball's wonderfully thrown down there. Justin Corday got this. Oh, he's wonderfully played to White. White's touch was a little heavy, but no one came forward. And White drove the ball. I must credit Troy Hole Jr. for stepping up and challenging the heavy touch initially of White. And no one from Village stepped forward, and White found himself breaking through on Troy Hall Jr. Troy Hall Jr. took it into his hands and had to do an acrobatic drop and dive to the left, push the ball into touch, and as a result, Somerset has a a corner kick on the far side of the field. Justin Corday is underneath this, and the ball's driven. A lot of flight to this, a lot of flight, and the wind assisted it all the way out.
Got to take a little touch of it. See which way the wind's blowing. All right. Gales to come back.
Nice short goal kick between the two center backs, Burgess and.
Yeah.
Well done, Peanut! Well done, Peanut! That's okay, that's well done, Peanut!
Inside out pass, wonderful by Burgess, going to Davis. Davis is going to actually take the dribble, and he's going to sweep the ball in. Oh! Overplayed by Samuels, and Adolphus Lambert attempts to sweep it away, but only to Dimitri Daniels. And he's on the dribble, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to try to find a 1-2. He does so. Not enough by Pierre Smith to put it into the proper passing lane. And the ball's thrown down to Takiai Walker. And as a result, Davis is going to settle this ball for. Oh, not enough of that. And Justin going back to Jazz Rattery. And as a result, Burgess knocked the ball into touch. And Somerset has gotten the benefit of that particular exchange, and Somerset has now got a player coming on.
They should have took up Jazz.
On.
They could have Cadet.
Oh my!
On.
And number 6 is giving way Corday to Taj Wade. Number 10. The possession is in Somerset, and they're getting ready to enter the final third of North Village. So the Village is going to have to defend. A throw in. Taj Wade makes his way onto the field. The whistle goes. Adolphus Lambert throws the ball down. Ball's flicked in. And the ball is then collected by the goalkeeper, Troy Hall Jr. He asks his players to go forward, and he's going to attempt to drive, and he does so. Meets the center circle and punch back in. Oh, and the benefit to Somerset. The ball swept over there. And as a result, number 13 for Somerset brings it down. Up steps White. White's going to look to come inside. He starts his dribble. He's found it. Donawa, and it's a 1-2, ladies and gentlemen. The ball's carrying and just too far over the baseline. That wind is a little tough on the 1-2 down there. Out comes the Shields from a short kick of Troy Hall Jr. Ball goes inside. Pierre Smith comes back and receives. Bean is there. And as a result, the ball swept around and goes to Davis. Davis is looking inside. Found Dimitri Daniels. Daniels tries to settle. He does settle. He finds Burgess. Burgess goes inside to Bean. Bean draws 2. He evades. Drops it off to Burgess. Burgess has this park to survey. He's looking for movement. He's asking for movement. The front line is gone static. He goes into Pierre Smith. Pierre Smith came down to get the ball. He's now found Jade Samuels. Samuels has found Keishan Bean. Keaton cuts it back. Oh, and a wonderful defensive touch there. And the ball's now in Somerset and a passing lane. Oh, and this is wonderful. Taj Wade is on the move. And it's, oh, ladies and gentlemen, Taj Wade's, I think his first or second touch of the ball, skims past the upright on the far side. A wonderful delivery. A wonderful pass made to him. And the ball dribbles agonizingly wide for him.
Following up is the key.
The ball swept across. Dion came across to bother goalkeeper Hall and was beaten with the pass. Dimitri Daniels has got the ball, and he goes back to the Shields. The Shields is looking to survey, and Takiai Walker is looking to find a passing lane, and he goes over the top. Out goes Adolphus and also Samuels. Keyshawn Bean gets the benefit of the ball, and Ralph Bean now goes inside, and the ball's knocked forward, and Adolphus Lambert moves up. Whoa! And unfortunately, Dimitri's going to be carded there, ladies and gentlemen. He swept Adolphus Lambert off his feet as a result. And the 70th minute has ticked around in this game, and the score remains 2 to the good for Somerset Trojans. Village are attempting to respond, but they're going to have to win the ball back after Adolphus Lambert restarts this particular match. Here he goes. Ball swept 20, 30 feet into the air and attempted to be headed on. It's bouncing around there.
Guys, get it onto it.
And
he's going to punch it out.
He could have caught that one, I thought.
Right there. They keep passing it out.
It's nicely played by Samuels down there for Bean. Bean's drawn Adolphus Lambert, and Lambert slides it into touch. Samuels is lost out. Burgess is moving forward. This is an interesting situation. He goes outside to Bean. Bean's going to service it in. Jade Samuels moves up. He's going to look to service.
Good ball.
And he can service the ball.
Phillips is still pressing and looking the better team to score. We got to get that killer goal, man. That's what we need. Put together. 20 minutes. It's a lot of time.
A lot of time left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Anything could happen here, but Somerset's going to attempt to defend this. They have reason to do so to the death. Up goes Davis. Burgess then sees it, and then the ball's brought down wonderfully. And Adolphus Lambert is going to swipe this forward, and it's knocked forward for Jade Samuels, and he's going to receive the ball uncontested. And he kept it in. Unfortunately, he took his eye off the ball. And then Taj Wade gets the benefit of this. Oh, that move by Donovan. And Donovan attempts to run forward, and the athleticism of Burgess was able to get that ball away. And a wonderful, wonderful body scenario. Takiai Walker able to use his body to make sure settles the play down. And you've got number 21. Tankard. And there's just, wait a minute, Takiai is attempting, he's holding him, being bothered, swept back into the center of Parker Burgess. Burgess is going to settle the ball. And Burgess plays it internally. And fortunately, Stubble was not able to return the ball to an attacking Jazz Rattery Smith. And now the ball's turned over by Village. And they're going to go along. And they... Now, Troy Hall Jr. has got the ball, and he's going to settle the ball down. It goes inside internally to Daniels. Daniels inside, outplay. And it's turns number 3, and Daniels is moving across. Oh, Takiai Walker's moved up there, swept the ball out. DeVray Tankard has moved, and this ball's going to be whipped in, ladies and gentlemen. It is attempted to be whipped in, but blocked by White. Defensively, he's been a rock over there. Swept into the center of the park, where now Ralph Bean has got the benefit. He pushes Davis, who's going up, and Davis is potentially, he gets his, and he's going to go, and he's won a corner. He's another one that can service the ball with accuracy and velocity. Jason Davis, he was looking to try to do that by going baseline, but credit the defensive work of Somerset.
What I'm doing, I'm pressing something else. Okay.
Here we go. Takiai Walker's on this corner. He's been taking most of the free kicks and and up goes. Whoa, boxing, knock forward, and finally cleared by Jazz Rattery Smith. And Dion Stubble's on the move here, trying to catch Troy Hall. And oh, Enough pressure by Dion Stubble has caught, has made the ball be played into touch by the goalkeeper. He slipped and fell, really, as a result of trying to hook that ball back in. And as a result, Somerset will get the benefit of attacking Village with the possession on this side. Ball's thrown in by Jazz Rotary Spirit. Tyler's Wade and him are working. Wonderful. Oh, this ball is, the wind is also, the wind is helping. The ball came, moved about 3 or 4 feet, and the defensive Village was caught out to the outstretched leg of Dion Stubble, but the wind also took it away from him. Davis is on this. Davis is going to push this ball early. Out comes goalkeeper Shaquille Bean, who smothers.
That's not time.
And now he's going to drive the ball. Wonderfully driven. The ball's going to carry. There's cover, but the Shields was easy to that with the head. Knocks it down. Takiai Walker gets it back from Bean. And this ball is going to be challenged. And up steps Dimitri Daniels, who makes a pass. And this is an interesting scenario. Pierre Smith's going to try to go forward, but he's blocked out. And Taj Wade has got this ball. And unfortunately, Bean and him got a little tangled as a result. And Bean was adjudged to have fouled him. And as a result, Somerset will get the benefit of a free kick. Number 3 is on this ball. He's going to restart the match for Somerset. And this is Sean Brangman. And he finds Dolphus going down the left-hand side. And Davis is just going to watch it and make sure that the ball goes into touch, as Dolphus attempted to catch up with that one and ran out of room. Ball swept very quickly over to the Shields, far left-hand side of the field by Troy Hall Jr. He's got time and space. John Owen steps up, but they found the passing lane already. Takiai Walker pushes the ball back and over the top. And White is there, and the ball bounces short of him, and he's going to have to, and he wasn't able to, and as a result, the 2-on-1 scenario, Takiai Walker's found DeVray Tankard is trying to go down the side, and he could not do what he needed to do, put the ball into touch, and Somerset will actually get the benefit of the throw. White throws hard, long, not far enough, and then attempts to go again, and as a result, the ball gets turned over back to the North Village Rams. Tankard takes up the ball. He's going to start to play with the throw. Has found Bean. Bean punches the ball back to him. Tankard's going to go over the top internally, and there's an attempt to kick the ball. And the ball slipped there to Jazz, and this is a wonderful dummy. Davis is on it, and Burgess is over there to give the cover as a center back should. And as a result, I've lost my hat, ladies and gentlemen. The wind just gusted up, took it. It's gone with the wind.
Okay, which one?
And as a result, and Burgess, need forward, knocked wonderfully down to Jade Samuels. The ball should be led. Jade Samuels goes internally to Takiai Walker, found him. Ball's inside out to Keishan Bean. This is a bouncing ball. Pressure on the Somerset, and William White goes across where Keishan Bean, and William White wins out.
Had a good kick. Oh, man.
Oh!
That is a card.
Yeah. Hey, where did he head go?
Oh, man.
A momentary halt in action, ladies and gentlemen. As a result, Jade Samuels has been carded with a yellow. And the goalkeeper, Bean, pushes the ball and all the way down to the other keeper, where Troy Hall cleanly collects, throws the ball to Dimitri Daniels. Daniels turns, he's going to try to go wide, and he does. It's found Davis on the right-hand side at the middle of the park. Ball slid down, and wonderful passing lane coverage by Jazz. Rattery Smith has punched the ball into touch where Davis will retrieve and restart the match. The ball should go back, and it does go back to Burgess. Burgess is looking. He goes internally, and it's rolled to as a result. And he doesn't do very, very well. An inside-out play. And too much on that one. Not constructed to the point where a threat came from Somerset. But they're holding on to their lead as they try to find a way to put this game on ice, as they say, by scoring their third goal. Village is attempting to find a way to actually bring this game into a draw situation with 2-2. And as they begin to prowl, the clock is ticking away, and Jade goes over the top. There's a one bounce by into Lambert. Lambert heads it away, and Jazz Rattery Smith's going to collect this ball. He needs to settle this ball. And as a result, Davis is giving pressure, and Davis is one out. Oh, no. Oh, and the ball is pushed over the top, and there's an offside, definitely.
Slightly, very slightly. That's like
we're in the 80th minute, ladies and gentlemen, where both teams are looking to do what they need to do to either bring this game into, and it's wonderfully, he's going to move the ball forward, and as a result,
Champagne's on ice. They have to win in order to.
Dion Savo has found Jazz Rattery Smith, and he's offside as right. No. Wonderfully touched, and Pierre Smith is on the move. He's found. He should roll it down, and Pierre Smith's all on the move, being chased by Jazz Smith, and the ball is going to try.
No falling.
Ball should go back. No, he doesn't. And as a result, he's a big boy, and it's finally cleared.
Looks too casual, man.
Rattery Smith. Oh, an attempt to find Pierre. He was in an offside position anyway. And as a result, the ball's cleared all the way down the field.
Yeah.
And as a result, here we go. Burgess is looking to go long. He's going to go 30, 40 yards. He goes, finds the pass, he drops it, and it's an interesting situation. And up goes Shaquille Bean, collects cleanly. And as a result, the ball should bounce clearly to the goalkeeper, Troy Hole Jr.
We got to play it down.
Village don't. And the game has been brought to a halt because of Jazz Rattery Smith, who's laying on his back on the field. It may be cramp, maybe a number of things. The referee's going to definitely find out what that's all about. Hey, how you doing? We won all, so we need Somerset Eagles. Hey, I'm on the tape. Yeah. So, bye. And Burgess has this, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to do on the dribble. Sweeps the ball wonderfully over. Dolphus Lambert comes over, and the ball's knocked. Davis keeps it in. And as a result, Village will retain possession. Burgess is going to get this ball. Knocks it to Daniels. Taj Wade is drawing the attention of Davis. Davis will calmly collect now and give it back to Burgess. Burgess goes across to Daniels. Daniels will find Tankard. Tankard goes to the left. He's being bothered, but he's one out. And he's going down the left-hand side, dribbling. He's going to cut it back. And it's found that he ran into difficulty, and Somerset has gotten this ball back. And Burgess is going, and Daniels is going to move forward and found the passing lane with Keishan Bean. Keishan Bean has found Ralph Bean, and they're raiding on the far side here. Jade goes on the inside, a little bit too far with that pass.
No guy.
And number 16 tried to chase it down. Ball goes back to Burgess. Daniels and the Gumbo Bean is right there, one-on-one. Ball swept in beautifully just at the top of the 18. Hands on. Oh!
Yeah.
Ball's in the big air. Up goes Takai Walker. And William White made sure to knock the ball into touch. Corner happens as a result. And Village are looking to press the action here. This may be one of their last attempts. And up comes Burgess. Oh, this is a wonderful corner. 2 bounces. Oh! Off the line. And as a result, ball's knocked all the way down. And DeShields will get the ball from Daniels and a throw in. And Village. Oh!
You can hear the fans of Roddy, push on, push on.
And as a result, that was not the best pass, but Village retained possession. Settled down by Jade Samuels. DeShields goes to Takai Walker. And Williams slips.
On the break.
And Takai is looking. And Takai's looking. He swept the ball in. The ball's allowed to bounce. And Jason Davis is looking to bother. And the ball's cleared. Knocked in nicely and kept in by. And there, ball swept to the back post. Up goes White. The ball drops down. And it's definitely going to be a goal kick.
Take your time.
We are in probably the 40th minute, ladies and gentlemen, of this particular half. I would venture to say there's no more than 10 minutes left in this match. There is a substitution being made by the North Village Rams. And DeVray Tankard, number 21. And as a result, they're asking Keisha and Bean to come out. And they're bringing in
Oh, he is? Okay.
ball carries. Jade goes skies and the ball goes back to Troy. Don't know who's in. Number 70 is in for the North Village Rams. That's Giselle Smith DeShields.
Yes, guy.
Ball goes over here.
Press him in, pin him in, pin him in.
Knocks back to Burgess. And then Burgess is looking to survey. Ball swept in to Jade. He plays the ball on to Daniels. Daniels is looking. And as a result, my hat was causing me more problems than the defense. And I'm tucking this away.
Oh, yeah.
The ball's now with Somerset into their final and into the deep of their third that they're defending. And Dolphus Lambert throws it in to number 16 who heads the ball, Jones. And Jones looks to go with the give and go, and as a result, Somerset have lost possession to the Village. And Daniel should have been looking for a very, oh no, it was a foul. It's a foul, it's a result. So Takai Walker, number 80, moves over.
This is do or die now.
And as a result, this is going to be interesting because his free kicks. Here we go, nicely placed. Up goes Burgess, he deflects. And then it finally bounces favorably for Somerset. And who's got this waiting on the far right-hand side? My boy holds on to this ball. He's wasting time, which is great. And he's made sure that the ball stayed in the possession of the Somerset. Dion Stubble, number 12. So now Somerset is attacking Village's final third.
Yeah.
Slid out very nicely by Jade. Joel looks, and this is an interesting play. Still in possession of, and Adolphus Lambert has moved up and is nicely tucked in. Bailey's on this. Ball slid into Bean, dropped by Daniels. Back to Bean. It's very nice, well constructed. Somerset's having to find position and shape. And the ball's knocked in with just too much pace for the forward. just too much pace. It went all the way through to Shaquille Bean, who was glad to take that one. Had it been rolled with a little bit more tact,
They don't know how to do that.
it would have been a troublesome scenario. Oh, this is wonderful. Somerset is looking like John was looking like using his athleticism. He's offside right now. But again, Dion astutely kept the ball and wonderfully saved and covered by Jason Davis. Definitely, he knows what to do back there, without a doubt. Took the correct position to attack the ball and was able to clear it as a result. And Village will have to defend a corner as a result. Dion Stubbles over there, number 12, who's going to take this corner. He's being accompanied there by Taj Wade, and Taj walks off. And it's been taken. And definitely now Somerset have lost possession to the Village, and the ball is quickly thrown to DeShields. DeShields looks to release, and he does, all the way to the center of the park. Oh, two Somerset players going up, clashed. Bailey knocks the ball in. Found number 70. Takiai Walker's found. Ball slid inside. A nice, wonderful. And this nicely, Jason Davis calls for it on the right hand side. It should be slipped in down there. And Dolphus Lambert allowed the ball to, Desjardins allowed the ball to roll around there, and Dolphus Lambert came across and swept it away from him. Ball's being thrown in there by Terrell Burgess. This is maybe one of the last attacks on El Village on this thing. It's only a long throw, thrown wonderfully onto the 6, and nobody there. Knocked back though. Burgess is maybe going to go baseline, as he should. Nicely brought, oh, and up. Oh, and the ball's still alive, ladies and gentlemen. Bean's there. He's looking. Oh, chances to volley it, hit it against himself. The Ray Tankard comes out, and he's going to service this ball back in there. Knocked on. No, oh, Bailey! Oh! It was cleared, ladies and gentlemen. Was it cleared? Was it Bailey? Was it cleared? And Bailey's appealing for the fact that he was attempting to drive, but the velocity of what he thought was supposed to be a shot, he felt was taken off his foot by a Somerset player, and that's why the ball went so wide.
All right, the referee's looking at too much.
But as a result, the referee's taking his first look, so we've got to be in injury time, and Shaquille Bean places this ball. And he drives the ball. Wind is carrying it, and it's over. It is over, ladies and gentlemen. This match is over, where the score is in the favor of the Somerset Trojans. 2 goals to the good. Only 1 in reply for the North Village Rams.
Depends on the other game.
And as a result, there's a lot of conjecture here in one sense, and a lot of jubilation in another.
Yeah. Did he play? Took his neck? Oh, direct. Oh, good. Good, yeah. Yeah.
And this game ends, ladies and gentlemen, as we bring it to a close. 2 goals to the good for the visiting Somerset Trojans. 1 goal in reply for the North Village Rams here at the Bernard Park Stadium, home of the North Village Rams. And everybody's thinking about what's happened in the rest of the leagues. And all we can say at this particular time, Somerset has put themselves in a very good position to potentially win the BFA 2014-15 Premier Division. And we'll await to see what happens next week as the season comes to a close with that last game of the season. Stay tuned. This is Stan Bean and Wendell Wengie Simmons saying good night. We'll see you next week.